Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5aces here. Remember last time when I said that we would be watching Upps' career with great interest? Here we are again. This is Upps. This time he is tangling and trifling with one of the biggest names in the OpenRA scene for now. It is Mr. Kav, who is spawning in the top left as the greatest of all Britons. And Upps obviously hard-picking France every single time he's locking that stuff in. It's just what he's doing right now. So, this is, the map is the double refinery map, Yukon Territory. So we're back in Alaska. Honestly, this strikes me as a double ref map, despite the spawn distances being quite far apart. So you can get away with a war factory rush, but you're gonna lose out on a lot of income. We're already spotting the first fake power plants out from Upps. Just Upps things here, and he is safeguarding his engine with some rifles, nothing too special. Kav, on the other hand, is going for the right-hand side as well. So mirrored routes here. I was about to say creep routes, but ain't Warcraft, my friend. Would be cool if we had like a level 7 fire dragon on the well, Derek. Just blowing up your rifles. Left, right, and center, you have to clear it first. Like build 20 rifles, build a 20 stack so you can clear the creeps. So the engine can move in and take the Derek. I would like to see that crossover, not gonna lie. It's also, by the way, I know I've never casted Warcraft 3 on this channel, because I think the viewer interest, like there are other content creators who just have that covered. But I really love Warcraft 3. Both playing and observing, although I obviously have no time for RTS at the time present at all. So yeah, Warcraft 3, not Reforged, is still an amazing game. One of the best RTS out there in the history of everything. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Both are going for the hospital. Kav is funneling his units in one by one, but he's got a mass advantage, so let's see where that leads us. This should favor Kav. Yeah. Kav is steamrolling over him here. Ah, he's trying to capture the hospital. Oh, he sniped the engineer though! Engine snipe for engine snipe. Not as bad as it initially appeared to be. Holy cow. Those two rifles waiting in ambush were hilarious. But that was so brilliant for Upps as well, splitting off two of his rifles, knowing that the enemy engineer was inbound, and intercepting, so that it's just a nice little bit of meta game. And people always complain about low line of sight in OpenRA, so you have to play it blind, but that is some of the tactical finesse as well, anticipating your enemy's unit movement. And you can, like 9 out of 10 times, you can get really wrong. You can mess up big time, but then there are moments like this where you just send 2 rifles from the detachment, send them up north, don't let them participate in the engagement, and rather instead send them there in the hopes of catching out an engineer. And that was just really well played. Also, you can see the capture bar through the fog of war if you only have one tile revealed of the hospital, of a tech structure. You only need one of the tiles revealed, so you don't have to get close. You can basically just skirt around the edges of tech structures and see if there is a capture bar. If so, then you can move in. If no, then yeah, whatever. Ah, he's angling again. Okay, just trying to reach the gates. Okay, he would definitely have to sack the ranger for this, so he's not doing it. Lets him have the hospital. This is the most hotly contested hospital I've seen in OpenRA, I think, because usually people don't care all that much, and rightfully so. Units are expendable in OpenRA, and keeping them alive is not a top priority. If you can get a positional advantage, you are gonna sacrifice your army for that 10 times out of 10. Oh, the ambush! Very nice. Nicely played from Upps, baiting into his own forces. But there is a mass disadvantage, so he has to... Ooh, you can cruise on by this little tile. Huh. This is an opening. Doesn't look like one. Cool. The tile set sometimes being wonky. Some of the... sometimes there are gaps where you don't expect gaps, and at other times there are tiles that should definitely by all accounts be passable, but they're not. So it's always a bit of a coin toss, and sometimes you just have to learn what the different tiles do, whether they are accessible or not. Taking down the oil derrick, very nice. Also, like, some of those pebbles prevent MCV deployment. And it is super annoying, especially if you use Shift Q to deploy your MCV. You just send it to an expansion and press it on Shift Q and hope that it works. Sometimes there are those little pedals in the way, and they stop deployment of an entire MCV. And it can tilt you really hard. Okay, counter snipe. Nice, nice. Medic traditionally being sacked. Yeah, that is the OpenRA way. Goat used to do that a lot. I haven't seen it from him anymore in a long time. Now it's Kav taking up the mantle of sacrificial blood sacrifices on medics. Let's put it that way. More scouting going on from Upps. But Kav is playing it defensively. He's got his some of his infantry corps went left. So expansions have been established. And this is Kav spotting the expansion of Upps already. It is a predictable expansion slot, but at the same rate, it's nice to know. Nice to have some confirmation. And the first medium tank is going to the eastern front, where the other one is going to the southern perimeter. Upps is not splitting up. Oh, Upps has built a mine layer. I like that, but it needs to basically do some overtime to make itself paid. Look, I can click with the Shift Q and I can see where the mine layer is going. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, this is super useful. Mine layers, given enough time, can be super effective. This is, by the way, all on autopilot. The pathing got improved, so with the improved pathing algorithm, mine layers are super, super useful now. Base push on both sides, but there is a distinct mass advantage for Kav. I think Upps is gonna get routed here. That was overzealous. He's losing a harvester at the very least, and the tanks are coming in, trying to block the MCV, also get ahead in front of it. Yeah, really nice. Oh, this is a dead MCV. Those tanks are just shooting at the rifle. Or is it a dead MCV? Maybe he can get a mechanic in time. Ooh, okay. Kav lets it get away. But Upps is bleeding tanks left and right. Ooh, this is nasty. On the left-hand side, he's forced to redeploy his other Conyard as well, so... Ooh, those tanks have run through the army. Oh, GG. He has been played. Man, the triple prong definitely not going Upps' way here. That was really aggressive, and he found all the chinks in Upps' armor. Amazing stuff from Kav. That is a 1-0 up, but can Upps take it back in game 2? Can he equalize? We're about to find out. Buckle up.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And welcome to the Moonopoly. This is the one with the dark moon chasms. Looks amazing. This is also the one that I call a War Factory Rush map. There are not many, you know, it's the moon. There are oil derricks on the moon. Should be renamed to like cheese dairy farms or something. Come on. What else are you gonna harvest on the moon? It's made from Gruyere cheese. That's what we learned from Wallace and Gromit. Right? Right? Anyone else? Oh well. I'm sure the moon does still hold some valuable minerals, but they haven't really been spotted as of yet. It's gonna be an exciting time when Jeff Bezos opens up his Amazon warehouses on the moon and forces us all to work on the Amazon warehouse mines. That is gonna be a fun time. So we're in for a fun ride. It's gonna be, and eventually we're gonna go to war against Elon Musk's Mars colony. So welcome to capitalism, the later stages, the recapitalizing, the reckoning. Alrighty, but that just as an aside. This is just a precursor. This is Kav here spawning in the bottom right. His Amazon warehouse being generously funded by the government of the United Kingdom. Whereas Upps is fighting it out for the European Union in the form of France. It sounds so weird. That is that happening to anyone else, that they're still sometimes getting confused about the UK not being part of the EU anymore and being like, how did it get to this? Anyway, Kav with the double refinery. And here is Upps with the War Factory Rush. Has it been spotted? Not yet, but yeah, now it is. He has seen the War Factory Rush, so what does this tell him? Basically, he can get map control for a while. Why is he sending it back? Okay, if you know your opponent is opening up War Factory, you know that they're not gonna go for super hyper early game aggression, because on one harvester you're not gonna build like 3 light tanks and raid the enemy base. That's just not how this works usually. That gets shut down too easily. So instead, what you can do, gain map control and start advancing onto the enemy positions. You don't need to full on go aggressive onto the base, because there are going to be base defenses, but you know, just get into position, get into ambushes. He's going for a light vehicle. Right now he should have an econ lead. Yeah, 14k or 12k. That is what a War Factory first build will do to you, and that's where I lose 90% of my games as well. Campo Pride. But I'm still going strong with the War Factory build. I just like it. It's just giving you so much more early game options. Okay, Upps has been a bit ambitious here. I don't know what that was about. That was pretty pointless. And that allows him to take down the oil derrick here as well. That is a smart move. Gives him a little bit of an income advantage. But soon there's 5 harvesters already out, and there's gonna be a service depot. Kav is ahead in the service depot timing. Interesting. Oh, is that an engineer? Yep, that is an engineer in the ranger. That is really good. Double ranger! But this is such a fortified position. You can't fight into this. No way, Jose. No way. Yeah, just give it. Just yield. He would lose 2 of his rangers. That is certainly not worth it. Oh, the rockets are really exposed though. If those 3 rockets die, those are the linchpins. That is indeed a mass light vehicle build. Triple ranger, 1 light tank. Holy smokes. What is this madness? What is this madness? I like it, but there is more. Ooh, nice. There is more, but this is about to get outscaled. Interesting idea from Upps. I'm not sure if this is gonna be successful. Oh, finds the rocket soldiers though. The vulnerable backbone. I don't think he has got the DPS to kill it. No, 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 no. Overcommitment here. Loses some of the rangers. Only the light tank remains for now. That was certainly not worth it for Upps. It's now starting to build rifle infantry, but nice idea with the light vehicles. Did not yield any interesting results as of yet. Yeah, the combat tab is also not going to look good. Obviously. Light vehicles for the allies are not that cheap. As Soviets, it's interesting because the APC is even more expensive. It's as expensive as a medium tank, but the flak trucks are relatively cheap. I think 600 or 650. And they scale well into the mid game. If your opponent is an allies player and he gets up to tier 2, then the flak truck counters basically everything. Counters Blackhawks, sort of counters V2s, sort of counters artilleries if you can get onto them. So it's a pretty good investment into the mid game. Allied light vehicles, the light tank honestly doesn't do much past the early game. Whereas the ranger is obviously always useful for scouting and transporting purposes. Transporting spies and engineers, transporting Tanya. So the ranger always has some utility, or a lot of utility actually. Probably the most utility-based vehicle in the game, outside of the radar jammer. I really like the ranger. It is one of my favorite units. My absolute favorite unit though, being the MiG. Oh! Mine belt is about to be deployed. Not if the tanks have anything to say about it. Did he mess up his half transfer? Oh, doesn't look like it now. Okay, the gaps in the mine belt are being closed after the fact. Is he building? No, he's just building medium tanks. That's fine. Ah, that's what I was talking about. The harvester transfer came in. He transferred all of his harvesters. That's why. Kav is breaching though. This is the most mineral-rich expansion that is gonna be broken here. Ouch! Oops, not in position, and his wind-up toys here are not gonna do him any good. Does he have anything left? Huh. I heard a mine explode. Okay, are the halves going in? I think that's a good call for the halves to go in now. Yeah, the recycling fleet is coming. Fear the Amazon warehouse trucks. Oh, one harvester going down for now. That is okay-ish. Yeah, lost one harvester. That is not the end of the world. Economy, 5 under 7. Kav also has the derricks. So, yes, he lost a little. He lost a lot. But in terms of army, he's traded really well. So, look at that. 7k lead. Let's check the army graph. That is gonna be fun. Oops. Little misclick. Yeah! One of those has been plummeting like crypto. Oh, snap! Helipad already online? Tier 2 rush? Okay. Tier 2 rush for Kav. I'm not sure if I'm liking this right now. Doesn't do too much as of yet. Combat tab still 6k ahead is Upps. We're gonna go back into the production menu. Plus it's in a really exposed position as well. Okay, Upps. Upps also tried shift deploy. That happens sometimes. If you put it too close to the ore field and you press shift deploy, it's not gonna work. And it failed again. He was still, like, the blueprint, or the bib was still with one tile on an inaccessible land. Super annoying. I like the mixing in of mechanics. Oh no. Artillery. Blind artillery though for now. That's the first Black Hawk. Some techies. A random assortment of techies and rifles. Upps has established his mining operations, but he is behind economically speaking. Yeah, that is an 11k lead now for Kav despite losing more. He's still 1 harvester and 2 derricks up, so make of that what you will, but it is definitely a sizable lead. Both players broke though. Keep in mind, one of them is producing from an extra queue in the form of a helicopter queue. Upps is going for the expansion with the helipad again. No, there is an artillery here. You shouldn't do that anymore. You shouldn't go in blind anymore in an easily defensible location if you know your opponent is tier 2, because artilleries can just wreck any infantry ball. If they're positioned well, it is brutal. Is he actually building an engineer to recap this? I'm not sure. Maybe he should just destroy it, because he needs to have mass. He needs to build up infantry mass, and building a 500 credit unit that is a non-combat unit is usually detrimental to that. This is not very well defended, is it? At least the scouts and technicians are not gonna die in vain this time around. They're gonna provide Upps with some valuable intel. There is a spy! Kav is on tier 3 as well. Alright, Tanya is in the mix. Upps has just now finished building his radar. It's not yet been deployed. Scouted by a technician, that's right. It's the most useful impact a technician has ever had. Oh, the pill mill! Whoa! What is happening? Just like that, all the infantry are dead. Your infantry squad are quite dead. Okay. Artillery doesn't get any good shots in yet. Oh, that's a nasty one. Upps has tried breaching. Has found out that there is a very, very well fortified position here. Very well. Straight into the 5 stack. That hurt just watching. Upps really needs Black Hawks so he can snipe out artilleries and he can snipe out Tanya as well. Plus, the map is soon gonna be littered with anti-air guns, so it's gonna be super hard to get snipes in after that. Helicopters on the moon though. That is some moon logic shit, come on. We're not doing that around here. Yeah, that's such a lead for Kav. How do you come back from that? Assets are 10k in favor of Kav. What about production? Yeah. The tech center is still a long shot from coming online here. At least the mining operations are kind of even. And by kind of, I mean they are even. Just straight up even. I'm hearing some artilleries. Arty fire. That is a very undefended position here. Whoa, Tanya is a bit ballsy. Okay, this could have gone south for her. Kav systematically dismantling this. There's a spy in the mix. Alright. Counter-artillery barrage. Ah, is he gonna get Tanya? Nope. That's all you got, indeed. Okay, there's a helicopter. Tanya should be dead. By all accounts. He's angling, he's angling. Tanya is really far forward. What are the Black Hawks doing? They need to find an angle onto Tanya. This one is already almost dead. The artilleries are... Okay, artilleries are dead now, but... Upps has waited for a bit too long. Okay, Tanya's dead. So are most of the Black Hawks. There is still a sizable front line. Oh, this hasn't been going well for him at all. On this side of the map, the big engagement and the tanks cannot find any connections here. Plus the mobile gap generator. Having way more of an impact than I initially suspected. At least this Black Hawk is out of ammo. Ouch. Gets a nice crash though. Yikes. On this side, the forces are still going strong. Still sending away the harvesters. Sending him back to base. Uh-oh. Well, there's gonna be 3 dead harvesters if he doesn't do anything about it. Oh, no. Looked like a longbow. It was just a rocket soldier hiding underneath the Black Hawk. That's hilarious. Yeah, with good target fire, that's gonna be 2 harvesters dead. Counter Tanya is out though, so at least there's some semblance of hope. Oh man, double mobile gap generator. I don't know if Kav has played with tech prior to this game, but it is... Oh, kill it! What is the Black Hawk doing? Okay. Okay, now this is a good position. Tanya can go in. There are no artilleries. There's nothing really. Ooh, is he gonna run over the mine belt? He may well be. Yep, plonk, plonk, plonk. That is really good. That has warded off the entire army. And Tanya from the backlines. Can she do it? Can she do it? Oh, radar jammers can't crash. He didn't know. Okay, Tanya is dead, but she has killed a lot of units. Probably worth it. Oh, he did not know that radar jammers, mobile gap generators can't crush. That is not how they work. They are light tracked vehicles. Unlike, no, radar jammers are also light tracked vehicles, just with heavy armor. Okay, this army is thoroughly cleaned up. And Upps claims a little skirmish victory, but it is a Pyrrhic victory indeed. On the right hand side, forces are good. Okay, he's singling out the rockets, that's good. Oh, he's going for Tanya! Oh, okay, gets Tanya. Probably worth it. Realistically, he had to do that. Ha 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 ha. Tanya from Upps is back. That irresistible laughter. Only 4 rocket soldiers, you can snipe them out. Nice. 2 more. Yep. And now go to town on the infantry. Problem is, Upps has lost his mining operations on this side. Tanya from Kav is back. Oh, those Tanya mirror matches are hilarious. Okay, there's also gonna be a GPS timer relatively shortly. Yeah, 2 minutes for Kav. And the economy is obviously speaking volumes here. It is an 18k discrepancy already. But never count out Upps. He is a very stalwart player, and he can pull off some really good comebacks. More spies. By the way, you know what's hilarious? Disguise your own spies as Tanya. Build like 5 of them. Disguise them all as Tanya. Your opponent isn't gonna know what hit him. I swear, it's so effective. But yeah, just sending in 1 spy, getting Getting it maybe into... Ooh, nasty. Getting it maybe into the enemy... I would go for barracks first. Uh-oh. 3 more unprotected tanks, or 3 more tanks without any recourse from Upps. On this side. Where's Tanya? Did she just die? Is Tanya just die? Oh, that's the barracks. Yep, that is veteran C1 on all infantry units. That is a big deal. I can't overstate how much of a big deal that is. That is legitimately 10% firepower to all infantry units. And yeah, I think they changed it so it's only firepower. Okay, the mine belt is gonna come into play. Gonna take out the tanks. That's not too bad. The other tanks noping the hell out of there. Radar jammer. I get the idea. But it's not the right call. Not the right call, not the right game. And plus, Upps would probably be better off building harvesters. He's down 4 under 8. He is gonna start losing rapidly if it doesn't make anything work. Longbows are in the mix as well. I finally have gotten to the point where I can distinguish longbows and Blackhawks. It has only taken me 1.5 years and 2 patches. Man, Upps is basically nothing. No infantry corps at all. Mining operations very, very limited. Feels like it all boiled down to the first push from Cav being successful in taking out 1 or 2 harvesters. That is all that there was to it. And from there it really snowballed. Plus, Cav also somehow got out ahead with his econ despite opening double ref. Yep. Good night, sweet prince. That MCV is, I'm afraid, quite dead. As are the harvesters, as is the ore refinery. Wait. Oh! That trick shot from the Zook. Did you see that? That one guy just shooting one rocket out and not even moving back. Ooh. Getting the tech. Okay, got the tech center. That's not too bad. Oh no! Anti-air gun into the return path. That is nasty. Kills off a Blackhawk as well as a longbow. The only longbow that Upps had. Now, yeah, it's all falling apart. The ore refinery is no longer for this world. That was a very valiant attempt. There is a Tanya for Cav. All the units are vetted. This is gonna be nasty. He's preparing for a last final stand. Okay, gets it. Oh, this one is out of ammo. Really? Unlucky. I was trying to move in the mobile radar jammer. They're actually quite good in those engagements because they also deflect longbow missiles. But there's just nothing you can do against these overwhelming odds. Oh wait, Tanya in a phase transport. Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be able to do some structural damage here. Send her in. Pack it up, boys. Nice. Gets the tech. That's well played. Really well played. Nice. Doesn't really help you because you're dead. But at the same rate, it was a... Oh no. It somehow got revealed. Oh, yikes. And the longbow just finished it off. Finishing it off with style here is Cav. That's a 2-0 for him. And Upps, with all his underhanded tactics, not being able to defend against just those straight-up pushes. And it's so weird. Sometimes Upps feels like he's got an absolute mass advantage and he's going early aggression. And then other games, he just falls behind like this and falls flat on his back. And Cav just appears to be the more explosive and immediate player who just has immediate impact with his units. But really well played from both, especially game 2 was a nice tier 3 slugfest. I always enjoy those. So, thank you for watching, guys and girls. There's gonna be more to come. Welcome to the dystopian hell of late stage capitalism. Let's zoom out so we can enjoy Jeff Bezos' vision of the moon. Welcome to the Amazon warehouse with the district manager Cav. Let's enjoy mining our lithium from there. I actually don't think the moon has lithium, but let's just run with it for now. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 aces out.
Battle control terminated.